guys, welcome to the channel, Ron's Keto Cafe. I'm pretty sure I got volume, but I'm going to share everything over to Facebook, so bear with me for a couple minutes, guys, and unannounced pop-up live. Okay, let's see, live. Can you hear me okay? Sound check. Okay. Okay, so let me get this over to Facebook, guys. And like, share, so everybody knows I'm online. Wasn't sure I was on. Okay, so just bear with me for a couple minutes. I just need to see if anybody else wants to come in live with me this morning. I'm going to just click the Facebook page. Go that way. Share it over to the groupie. Mine's Keto Cafe group. Yes. Okay, that looks good. And then we're going to a regular page and we can get going. Things I got to do, right, guys? Okay, well, hi guys, and good morning, and welcome to the channel, Ron's Keto Cafe, and I'm Ron. If you're new, welcome, and if you're a returning member, welcome back. If you're a new member, could you please share, like, and smash that subscribe button? It definitely helps the channel grow. And before I get started, I'm not a doctor. Don't make any medical claims. This is all based on my own personal journey, so please do your homework first. And thank you for coming along my journey. And yeah, so just letting you know how it's going with the job and everything and what I'm thinking of. And hey, good morning, Donna. Yeah, so anyways, so again, I'm Ron. It's almost 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting ready to go in for 8:45. I go in for 9, but I'll leave the house by 8:30. And letting you know how that's going too after I have a sip of my coffee. Today is June 14th. It is Flag Day. Happy Flag Day if you celebrate it. Another event I have to miss because I'm working. So anyways, the job is okay, but for somebody that is my age bracket, in my health, in my wife's health, it's a lot of stress on me. And, I'm going to go in today. This is the third day. Then I'm going to sit on it over the weekend, and I'll make my final decision on Monday whether or not I want to stay with the company or the job. My wife's health is more important than any job right now, and I'm sure you can relate if you have a spouse. And I hope you got some people that are doing well, or God forbid. And the current stress level that I'm under right now with the food pricing and everything, and it's nice to make the extra money, but sometimes the grass isn't always greener on the outside if you just be careful what you spend every month. So these are some things that I'm thinking about right now. And the other thing is, driving in different cities that I'm not, or towns that I'm not familiar with, even though we have GPS and everything. But this time of year, there's a lot of cities and towns that the streets are under construction. And, this guy that I was working with yesterday was telling me that, he had to go down to Plymouth the other day to drop off a couple of deliveries up that way. And then they're going into Worcester and Boston. They're going all over the place. And that's not me. I don't like that type of driving. I can't do that driving. And if I could use my car, maybe. But if I use my car and get in an accident, the insurance is not going to cover for it. So that's why you have to use a company car and company gas. And all the policies that come with it. But, I'm still thinking on it. I don't know. Let me know in the show more. What would you do if it was you? There's plenty of jobs around, but I'm realizing now more than ever that if I do want to leave here and go somewhere else, it's still going to have to be the right fit for me. And it's going to be a stationary job at one place where I can just go in and do the job, come home and be done. And, it's taken away from a lot of activity that I like to do being retired, and I can't do any of that stuff right now. And I'm very tired, and it's only the third day. Now, again, I've been up since 2:30 last night, and now here it is like almost 7 o'clock in the morning, and I could go back to bed if I want to, if I wasn't working. But because I'm working, I can't lie down now. I got to stay up and, get going in about an hour or so and head into work. And so that's what I'm thinking of. I don't know right now. Just like I said, I'm going to leave it in God's timeline. And if he wants me to continue, I'll continue. If not, I'll decide to leave. But if I do leave, I'm not going to give a notice. I'm just going to write a nice email and say, I'll make up some type of excuse about why I don't want to return, but very professionally. And that's what I'm thinking right now anyways. So if anybody from that particular company happens to be watching my video, that would be the reason why I'd be leaving. It has nothing to do with any employees or anything like that. But I'm more concerned about my wife more than anything. And, I'm afraid if I'm going on the road and she needs me, she's not going to be able to get a hold of me. And then what if I am out in the Worcester area? It's going to take me over an hour just to get back home and drop off the van and then punch out and then go home and pick her up and bring her where she needs to go, But she's not doing well, She's got problems with her foot. Hey, good morning, Tamika. How you doing? Yeah, so it's just me, Ron. I started a new job on Wednesday, and I'm having second and third thoughts on it. I don't know what to do right now, Tamika. I'm not the type of person that likes to drive around, and I'm panicking because I live in Central Massachusetts, and one of the drivers told me yesterday, working with me yesterday. They're nice people over there and everything, but the problem with that is, you have to. It's a job where it's a company that makes deliveries, just like Amazon. They go all over the place, and that's not my cup of tea. And so he was telling me yesterday that the day before he was in Plymouth all day yesterday, that day, making deliveries up in that area, and then they have to go to Worcester, they have to go to Boston, and they have to go to all surrounding towns, wherever there's an order is to be dropped off. That's where they go, because that's what the company job is. It's driving. And I'm just very, very apprehensive about it because, and you're driving a van, you can't look out the mirror because you got the side two mirrors you got to look out. And because with the van, you wouldn't be able to see anyways with the mirror because of the box. And then you got to load up the truck with supplies and everything just before you go on a location. And like what happened yesterday, we went on a location and there was 2 items that had to get replaced. So we had to go all the way back, get the right 2 items to go back to the same location and dropped it off. And that was fine. Like today, for instance, we got some rain coming this afternoon and some heavy thunderstorm. I'm going to be out on the road driving in a thunderstorm. I'm really petrified about all this stuff there. So I'm having really second thoughts here. So what I'm going to do with this job, I'm going to sit on it. I'm going to finish out my day today. And I'm not going to say anything when I go in this morning. Just act like there's nothing new changing with me, and make my decision this weekend. And if I decide not to go back, I'll send the company a nice email thanking them, but no thank you, and leave a nice personal message why I decided to leave, but in a nice polite message, because I don't want to I don't want to leave any bad bridges when I leave, because they're very nice people over there. I get along with them. That's not the problem. But it's just very, very stressful. I'm going through a very, very stressful time with my wife right now. And, I'm worried about her and she's worried about me and that sort of thing. And, and I don't know. And for somebody that's been out of work for I hadn't worked in about 1.5 years now, because when I left Hannaford's, I left because of some reasons of my health. I had bloody feet at the time, if you remember. My feet, I had what's called fissures on the back end of my feet, and they were split open, they were bleeding, and I couldn't hardly even walk on my feet. And I've been picking up a lot of weight now again because I'm very stressed out of the job and working right now and everything, and I don't like it. So, I want to get back on track and start concentrating on me and continue to be here to support my wife if she needs me for something. She stubbed her toe the other day, and for the last week and a half there, she hasn't been able to walk on it too much, her feet. So she's been using my cane, and but now her other foot is starting to bother her. And now yesterday she told me she's starting to feel a little bit better. She can put a little more pressure, but she doesn't think she broke it or cracked it or anything like that. But we got to be careful. And if something happens and I'm not home, then we got no phone other than the one phone. She has a text message me, and I can't always look at my phone because I'm driving most of the day. So I got a lot to think about this weekend or not, whether or not I want to continue the job or not. But they're nice people. I haven't got a problem with that. There's a nice company to work for. The job is not that bad, but some of those gallons of paints and 5-gallon paints can be very heavy, carrying them out to the car and then bringing them to a location and finding, where everything all is. And I didn't realize there was so many auto body places in just the city of Pittsburgh alone, never mind what they got outside the city. So these are some of the challenges that I'm having and when I'm thinking of. I mean, I really don't know. But I'm just here to just vent out a little bit there. And at the end of the day, it's going to have to be my decision and my decision only. And nobody can influence me what I want to do and what I want to say. But I just miss certain activities like the walking that I was doing every day and that sort of thing. And, clearing my thoughts with my spiritual guide, and, praying to God every day when I go out walking, and praying to God every day that when I go driving, that I have a good and successful day, and I, come back and nothing happens. And that's the other thing. If you guys remember there a while back ago, my former manager, Tammy, there, she was working for the complex, and she died in an automobile accident, 51 years old. And I don't want that to happen to me. And I worry about that too. I mean, you can have an accident anytime. It doesn't have to be that way. I get it. If that's your way to go, that's your way to go, and you can't stop it. But I don't want to have to worry about that too. And that's always on the back end of my mind. And then yesterday I went to the store for her, in the afternoon, because we had a low. Yesterday we had no orders. And and so I went to the local market basket there on the John Fitch Highway, where that particular store was. It's almost impossible to get out in traffic and take a left and go back the other way. But I did, but you got to really stretch over the van, and so I said, okay, if I have to go that way again, I'll take a right and I'll just swing the van around and go back the other way. But it is really, like I said, again, a very stressful thing for me to continue doing this and on this regular basis. And I was asking her about holidays and whatever. They only take the 4th of July off, which is going to be on a Thursday, and then they go back Friday for one day. And I said, I don't know. But I bought, I've been making a lot of shackle recipes. I just posted number 72. That'll be next month, because I'm already making videos well into next month. So I bought 2 new shackle makers, because one of them was really decapitated because I use it a lot, and the other one wasn't too far behind that one, so I threw both of them out. But I picked up 2 of them. I picked up this one over here at the at Kohl's. I'll just show it around this way. It's a nice purple mini dash, and they haven't opened it up yet, so I'll probably open it up on a product review and when I do another video. And so anyways, I bought a selfie stick, and I returned the selfie stick, and they gave me a 20% discount on the next purchased item. So I said, okay, well, I'm going to go pick up a couple of dashes. And I bought these 2, and these 2 at Kohl's, they were about $20, but they were on sale for $9 each. Excuse me. And with the 20%, I got these down for $8 each. So I got 2 mini dashes that normally would go for $20 each. I got them on sale for $8 each, $16 I paid for 2 of them. So I got a really good deal, and I was really happy about that. Now, this morning I made a coconut almond flour shackle, and I took a couple of eggs, and I took some heavy cream and some maple syrup, chalk zero, and some powder, sugar and sweetener, and a little bit of baking powder. And I mixed everything all together, and then I made 2 shackles. I did 6 morning sausages. And then I just put a little bit of chalk syrup on the top of it, and it came out really good. And so we get this book I mentioned, and this is called the Keto Shackle Recipe Cookbook by Amy DeLauer. And it's got 800 shackle recipes in here, and I've already made 3 of them already, and the ones that I made. So I'm going to be doing each one of hers according to how she makes it. And what's really nice about here is she thoroughly explains the keto diet, and all of that. And she's got a meal plan in here if you want to follow it. And I have the link in the show more description. And she breaks it down by the directions, the shackle, how much cooking time, and she breaks down the net carbs and the macros and everything after each recipe. And many of these shackle recipes that she has, I have the ingredients already on hand. So if I don't, I'll be picking up some from time to time, so I could recreate all her recipes. And if I do use her recipes, I'm going to give a credit below the tagline. So if you want to order the book, you can. But it's really, really well written, and she explains a little bit about her history and how much weight she lost, and what the ketogenic diet is, and all about shackles and who created shackles. And and by the way, my by Dash, they not only make these, they make a lot of other great products as well. They make one that does 4. They make little bite-sized sandwiches. They make mini pie dashes and all kinds of things. And I got their link in below the show more also. And you can get a lot of that stuff on Amazon or Walmart or just about any place. But if you get it on Amazon, on Walmart, or Kohl's, you're gonna, they're gonna charge you about $5 or $10 more, because it's, it's just the way it works, because they're gonna make a little bit of profit off of what they're selling. But and also, if you go on to bydash.com, they have a lot of different design patterns and a lot of ones for holidays and stuff like that. Now, I noticed they had one that has like a red, white, and blue one with a nice sparkles on it. It's in the shape of a star. So I think that'll be the next one I'll be sending out for, maybe even this week or not. Maybe I'll send it out for next week, but I don't know if I'll get it in time for the holiday or not. But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking about with this holiday, because I miss going fishing and stuff like that. And they just started the summer concert series last night, and I wasn't able to go because I was just plain too tired. I was very exhausted when I came out of work last night. And then I ended up, I watched a couple episodes of MASH last night, and then I ended up falling asleep. And then I woke up, and the next thing I know, it's 2:30 in the morning, and I've been up ever since. So, I mean, I'm not tired, but I can tell by my eyes are glassy. Like I still feel like I didn't get enough sleep last night. And so this is job is going to be it's very stressful right now. And I'll make my decision at the end of the day. But yeah, it's a really rough on me. Yesterday, she had me go to the bank the first thing in the morning, and I think she's going to have me do that again today. But it took me 35 minutes to get to the bank, and then another 35 minutes to get back to the bank. And then you're dealing with traffic, and you're going in new towns that you're not familiar with. And I went right by the bank because I thought I had to drive in through one way, and I went through the other way, and I had to go around to the library side of it and go around that way, come back on the main street, park over there where they needed to park. And it's really hard to get out in traffic, and of course you're driving a van, and it's not like driving a car where it's half the size smaller than a van. And you can see some of the aggravation that I'm going through right now just by what I'm saying. And I'm really, really apprehensive about this right now. And I'm still on the edge of my seat right now. Saying, I don't know. I really don't know. I think this might have been a mistake job that I might, regret taking. And, we set up payroll and everything and all that. And, previous jobs that I used to work at, you used to be able to punch in and out right on the 5 minutes up and 5 minutes before. And now I got to wait right to the time. I can punch in a couple minutes before, but I'm not going to get paid before the hour. And then I have to punch out right at 4 o'clock. So I mean, I don't like this being on the clock. There is what I'm saying there, because I'm so used to being independent, being my own person. And maybe I got to just try to put videography, because I'm seeing a lot of jobs for that too now. You don't have to have a degree for that. They would like you to have a degree, but as long as you know what you're doing and they're okay with it, This jobs like that. And I saw even a local news carrier channel, WCBB Boston. They were hiring for a person like my talents there, but again, I would have to drive out that way every day, and and chances are I'd be the driver and the camera guy. You got to be doing two jobs. And I don't think I'd care for that as far as driving goes. That's why I'm having a lot of second thoughts about this. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of stay something a little more locally within our city. I still might go back and try to see Walmart's or Canada's where we hire me again. But we'll see what happens with all that. But everything's on God's timeline. So tonight we got the Celtics game tonight. I'm going to go to bingo tonight. I got tonight off in the bingo there. Tonight's my night off. And Betty, we worked on an agreement where I'm going to get at least one day off a month. And, and then next week I can go back to my regular bingo schedule on Friday nights. But anyways, that's all I got to say this morning. But thank you for coming along without a notice. I just kind of needed to go in and say hi to you guys and let you know it's going good. And again, I'm having a lot of second thoughts about the job, and we'll see what happens. But I'll keep you posted on Week 198 update. And tomorrow we got the summer stroll. I'll be doing some video for the channel. And and that's about it. Anyways, have a great day, guys. Wish me luck for today. And, pray on that so they can make the right decision, because it's very important for me to not to get so frustrated. But have a great day, guys. Love you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know the drill.